What are we doing today?
We're going on an adventure.
We are at the Kootenai Plains Ecological Reserve, Bighorn Backcountry. We're gonna go check out Siffleur Falls. Yeah, you can certainly get pretty close. It's a cool spot, eh?
It's beautiful.
This is beautiful down here. You mean after our hike up to Siffleur Falls, we decided it'd be a good idea to head into the backcountry for a night?
Yeah.
All right.
That's what we decided.
Cool. Here we go again. Hey everybody, here we go again. We are Adventure.Happy. I'm Evan, that's Danny. Cosley's here as always. We are at the Kootenai Plains Ecological Reserve, it's along the David Thompson Highway. We're gonna go along the Siffleur River here up towards Siffleur Falls, and we're gonna,
This one?
yeah, we're right there. You got it. We're gonna go check out Siffleur Falls, which is pretty much the most popular hike in this area. But since we're here nice and early, because we woke up at 5 o'clock in the morning to drive down here, there's only a few cars in that parking lot, so hopefully it's not gonna be too crazy.
I love 5 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah, it's the best. Yeah, so we got the small packs going. We're just gonna do a little day hike up to Siffleur Falls, check that out, come back to the car, and then, well, I mean, I guess we could go home after that. Or I guess we could just take the backpacks out of the car, the bigger backpacks, and then hike in 16 kilometers to Farley Lake and spend the night.
Woo! 30 kilometers.
Sounds fun to me.
These plaques.
Yes.
They
Thanks.
will say hiking accident. This one.
1995. Yes, I was actually going to talk
And they're
about
like-
that.
2 months apart.
Yeah, I was actually going to talk about that when we got to Siffleur Falls,
All right.
because I'm pretty sure that's where those accidents happened.
All right. Well, spoiler alert.
Just from the trailhead parking lot here, it's a beautiful view of Cosley Mountain and military tribute monument here for the 1st Canadian Parachute Battalion. I don't know what the significance of Cosley Mountain is with regards to the military, but obviously it has something to do with it. It's the Parachute Corps. I'll have to look it up, because obviously it's important in some way. Yeah, I just want to check that out real quick before we get on the trail. So it's going to be very easily followed, very obvious trail to start off here, and a pretty easy hike from what I understand. We are going to go past the first fall where most people stop, and hopefully see all 3 falls, and come back, do some lunch, figure out our adventures from there. It's gonna be fun though. I like suspension bridges. They're not too wobbly. Got a little wobble to it. Do have to get across the North Saskatchewan River here somehow. Cosley's unsure. Cosley, come on, buddy. Yeah, that's a good boy. Got the dog across okay. He's down drinking some water. I just wanted to come back out and take a quick look. It's a really nice view from this bridge. So I got some rain clouds coming in. We were expecting some rain this weekend, but hoping it wouldn't show up until late tonight or early tomorrow. Looks like we're gonna get spit on a little bit during today's hikes. That's that's okay. Let's see if he does a little better on this bridge. This is the Siffleur River. Just gotta get across this one here. Come on, Cos. Huh. He didn't used to be afraid of bridges. What happened?
I don't know.
Cosley, come here. Come on.
There you go.
Yeah, good puppy.
Good puppy.
Let's go, bud. He's crouched down, tail down. He's like, I'm not so sure about this.
What did you do? Water?
You did it. Drink time. Just got off the main trail. Just come down to the edge a little bit here. Just to get a old view of the Siffleur River as it narrows down into this gorge here. Sadly, people have slipped and fallen off of these cliffs to their death. I think a couple in the early 90s happened, so they installed some security fences somewhere along here.
Security fences.
There we go, there's the security fences. So, yeah, from what I understand, someone came off these cliffs right here. And I'm assuming it's one of those plaques that we saw at the parking area. It's the unfortunate person who slipped and came off of here. It is pretty down here, though. Let's see a group up on the lookout over there. So we're just gonna go up to there and beyond, because there's more waterfalls beyond the first one. So
You want to keep going, Cosley?
trying to keep moving nice and quick, keep a good pace, because if we do everything we're planning on doing today, we need to cover about 30 kilometers. No one at the viewpoint on the way out. Thought it'd be busier than it's been. Siffleur River way down in below us. There's peaks in the distance there. Cosley does not seem to like bridges or walkways or viewpoints.
Cosley. Good boy. See, it's not so bad. You come all the way over here?
Here you go. Okay, so I think it's safe to say that we made it to the actual first fall. Yeah, you can certainly get pretty close. Even with the security fence. Damn. Some powerful water.
If you went in up there, there wouldn't be much chance for you to get out before this fall.
Yeah. That's Cosley back there. He's a little freaked out. Beyond the first fall lookout, the trail gets a little bit more rustic, nice and close to the river. Should be a nice walk from here on out. Cool spot, eh?
Beautiful.
Get why this area is so popular. But not this morning, fortunately. And the two groups that we've seen out here both said that they're planning on heading back after the first falls, so it's like we might have it to ourselves going forward. I know I keep saying that we need to like move quickly because we have a lot of mileage to do today, but I can't help it. I just have to keep stopping and filming because it's so pretty. God, we're an hour in and it's just been awesome views. Oh, that's a nice spot to get some water. Looks like we're going to come up from the riverbank a little bit here. For a little while anyways. GPS says about 6 km. We're just coming up to this hard turn in the river here, so I think Second Falls are going to be just around that bend there. Alright, made it to Second Falls and below us there. Not quite as spectacular, although I'm not sure if there's a trail that leads down closer to it. We'll see as we go along a little further. Pretty darn nice. But not that up close waterfall power feel that you get from the first one. At least so far. I mean, I'm sure we'll be able to get a little closer to it as we move up the trail. How you doing?
I'm more tired than I should be.
Yeah. Yeah, wake up at 5 o'clock in the morning, driving for 4 hours. Not super fun.
No, but being outside is nice.
It is, for sure. It's been a nice hike so far.
Yeah, it's beautiful.
Should be right on top of the falls. Nice. So I have to do for the Second Falls views. Still pretty nice. Feels like you're seeing the best waterfall if you turn around after the first one. So if you just want to go out and back in a couple kilometers, then seems reasonable, but we're trying to put on a whole bunch of miles this weekend just because we kind of need to get our legs ready. So, how's your sitting rock?
Pretty good sitting rock.
Good.
Not entirely sure how I'm standing back up. Gracefully.
There we go. Alright, well, we've come this far, so we might as well go on and see the third fall.
How far is it up?
I don't think it's very far. I think it's maybe like, it's under a kilometer. We gotta unload some of the stuff from the dog's pack though first. Because being the jerks that we are, he has all of his backpacking stuff in his pack. Because we packed it last night and we didn't think of it. Which is fine, like he's done much longer than this with a full load before. But we don't want him to do the whole day fully loaded with all of his stuff. That'd be a little mean. So I'll take some of his stuff. And this looks like a nice viewpoint of the third falls. Must be. Nice.
Great.
Well, nice end to this hike. And we do have to turn around and go all the way back. That's always fun. Okay, bud, let's get moving. Let's go. So just following the trail across this creek up that way for another 100 meters or so, I think you get to the boundary of the Siffleur Wilderness area. You leave the Kootenay Plains Ecological Preserve that we're still in. And that means that after another 100 meters or so up the trail, you're allowed to start camping again. Which could be useful information for a future trip.
Interesting.
So what do you think? Worth the trip up to the rest of the falls?
I thought they were quite pretty.
Yeah.
The first one's probably the coolest.
Yeah, because you're so close to it.
Yeah. And I mean, like, if you just wanted a quick little jog somewhere, like it would be, you're driving along this highway and just wanted to stretch your legs.
Yeah.
For an hour or so.
Yeah.
It would be a good opportunity.
Yeah. Yep. Anyways, now that's pretty well it for Siffleur Falls. Now just backtracking the exact same way we came in. A slightly different perspective on the way back out, which is kind of nice. Oh yeah, we were so focused on the river and watching our footing. Kind of missed these beautiful peaks. That's nice, makes for a nice, pretty walk out. I like how the angle of these layers here just like perfectly matches this mountain that's up above it.
Oh yeah.
Pretty cool. Scenic route is nice. Because we were up in the bushes over there on the walk in. But this is beautiful down here. For those who aren't afraid of heights, and assuming the conditions are okay, I would definitely recommend the scenic route. It is a heck of a lot nicer. Your pack looks like it got bigger.
Yeah, I have one of those transforming packs.
That's Abraham Lake down there. So, you mean after our 15-kilometer hike up to Siffleur Falls, we decided it'd be a good idea to throw on our packs and head into the backcountry for a night?
Yeah.
Alright.
I think that's what we decided.
Cool. We're at the Pinto Lake trailhead just by the Cline River. And we're gonna do just that. Walk in till we find a cool spot, set up camp, hang out for the evening, and then pack it up tomorrow. Because we just didn't get enough miles in today, so. We had originally planned to go to Farley Lake, which is over by, leaves from that same Siffleur Falls trailhead that we were at. But since we didn't want to go bring our stuff with us all the way out to Siffleur Falls, we left it in the car. And the start of that trail involves crossing a suspension bridge going across the North Saskatchewan. And this guy here, scared out of his mind of that suspension bridge. So, when we got back to the car, we were faced with a choice of either grabbing our stuff and then carrying him back across the suspension bridge. And it's like 2 in the afternoon now, so it was really busy. There's lots of people on it, and we'd be carrying our full packs. Or going plan B and just finding somewhere else to camp. And since this is the Bighorn backcountry and you're allowed to random camp, we're just doing that option.
And this trail often seems to be our plan B.
Yeah, it's true. We have been here a couple of times before, so we're not going somewhere unexplored. We have a pretty good idea where we're going. We're just not exactly sure how far in we're going to end up getting before we call it a trip. So, anyways, we're just going to go till we feel like stopping. Find a cool spot to camp.
That tastes good.
Cause he's getting the nice, all natural spring water. I always like this little spring. It's pretty. And an excellent water source if you're hiking along here and you need water. I still have a liter, so I'm probably not going to fill up at all. Or maybe 4.5, 5 kilometers in, something like that. Getting pretty close to a couple of camping opportunities. There's some up on this other side here on that ridge. And then from there, I'm not sure exactly where we're going to head. The main trail kind of follows this creek to, goes up this ridge and drops down to the Cline River. And just kind of follows along that. I don't know. That's probably the most logical thing to do. But we might mix it up too. We'll see when we get up there. There's also a log bridge across this the first time we did it. Alright, Cosley's looking a little bit more comfortable with the bridges now. Didn't have to drag him across that one, so that's progress. This is the only hard part of the hike coming up here because we need to come up this ridge. And it's a little steep. This is the only real steep bit. It's not too bad. It's really short. But my legs are tired, so I'm just trying to, waste time. So I don't actually have to do it just yet. Maybe I'll have a snack too. Going uphill sucks. But sometimes going downhill sucks worse. Top of the hill. Nice little camp spot in there. It's got a really nice view. Although, I wouldn't want to be up at the top of this ridge and having to go down it to get water. That's not ideal. I suppose though, if you're on the way in, you could just camel up, load up at the stream there, bring up enough for your stay, especially if you're just staying one night. So this trail's running every which way from here. There's one heading down here that goes back towards the water. Probably some camping and stuff down there. I don't know. We've never really explored down there. The main trail leads this way, and then hangs a right and drops down into the trees to kind of straight line towards the Cline River. Not the most exciting thing in the world because we've seen it. Even back in November there. I've already done a video on that area because we came this exact same way in November, in winter camp. But it's been a pretty long day. We're, I don't know, 21 kilometers in or something like that now. So, and it's almost 4:15. So we kind of want to be setting up probably by 6, find a spot to set up camp. So I know that we can get down to the main camping area and the Cline River by then. I'm not 100% sure if we keep going along what we're going to see, where we're going to get to. But adventures are fun, so we might just wing it. So this is the junction that I was talking about. Straight ahead, continuing up this ridge, takes you somewhere. It's not the way to go, obviously, if you're trying to get down to the Cline River. That's this way. But that doesn't mean that there's not something up there. That's Danny's face that she was making at me when I said we should just, randomly wander up a ridge that we've never been before. She's like, no, that's silly. We should go where we know. And, of course, she's right. So, after talking it over, she convinced me to just stick with what we know, because we're like 22 kilometers in, and a little tired, and it's getting a little late, and it looks like it might start raining pretty soon. So the intelligent thing is just, go the way we know, find a nice place to set up camp, and have ourselves a nice evening, instead of pushing on and doing something crazy. But I am going to look into that trail, because I'm curious now what's up there. I don't remember ever seeing it in a guidebook or anything like that, so I'll have to look into it a little bit, see if there's any resources that say what it is. If anyone's watching and they know what's up there, if there's any good camping or anything like that, let me know. I would appreciate it. I'm just going to keep cruising along this Pinto Lake Trail and set up camp down to the Cline River somewhere, probably. Alright, Cline River. I think we're going to call this home for the evening. This tree looks like it upended fairly recently. It's still pretty green. Yeah. Nice, there'll actually be some firewood up in this place for a change. Not that I'm going to build a fire tonight, but...
Or that we're going to cut down this tree.
Yeah, I didn't even bring a saw. I have my tiny little bench made.
That'll work. I have my even tinier bench made.
Yeah.
I saw that brown rock over there and I thought it was a bear.
Bear rock.
It kind of looks like a bear.
Kind of looks like a bear. I think I've done that every time we've come here.
Yeah.
I've seen that same rock. I'm like, oh, bear? No, not a bear.
Rock.
That's too bad. I kind of wanted to set my tent up right there, but that tree's in the way. It's okay.
Cosley.
Probably set it up right over here somewhere, so that's out of the that flat spot right there. Just so we have somewhere to string up a tarp if we want, and stay out of the rain a bit. The rain is starting. Although it doesn't look like it's going to be...
like blue skies over there.
Yeah.
And it's relatively blue skies.
Brightening up over here again already, so it looks like it's not going to last, which is good.
Although it's supposed to rain overnight, so...
Yeah.
And all day tomorrow.
Well, I just want to be able to get camp set up without getting soaked, so... If I can do that, I'll be a happy man.
Our dog's weird.
Always digging for charcoal in the fire pit.
His favorite.
He likes burned sticks.
He does like his burned sticks.
Oh, bear. No, that's the same rock.
Is that where you're going to lay down currently? Is that a good lay down spot?
He's gonna dig himself a nice little spot to take a nap now.
Getting your paws
Get all
already?
comfy.
Oh, look how dirty your paws are.
Okay, I'm gonna put this thing down so I can set up camp. It's like we have a neighbor across the way.
He's rooting us. I wonder if you like neighbor.
Yeah, come on, man. We just move in and you're just gonna show us your butt. What a jerk. Camp's all set up. Got some water filtered. Everything all sort of squared away. So it's like 10 to 6. Rained a little bit. Looks like it's gonna rain off and on throughout the evening. There it is. It's back already. So yeah, we're just gonna do some dinner.
You want dinner?
Maybe
You want dinner? Yeah?
go for a walk along the riverbank.
Oh, did you say walk? What, do you want more dinner or walk?
Dinner first, I think. For us too. I'm kind of hungry.
Yeah, man.
Yeah. Alright, let's get that going. What you got there?
A new creation.
Ooh, yeah.
Beef stroganoff.
Beef stroganoff. Alright. We got a little dehydrated beef, little dehydrated mushroom, some gravy powder, egg noodles.
Egg noodles, sour cream powder, and then the meat is seasoned with all of this stroganoff stuff prior to dehydration.
Cool.
They have not been rehydrated yet, so if it sucks, then you'll be first to know.
Yeah, I guess so. It might have not been a great idea for us to both bring the untested, homemade backpacking meal.
It'll be fine, we'll serve it. It'll be delicious. These are my new shoes, my new camp shoes.
Oh, fancy.
Yeah. And it looks really good with my gaiters just like hanging out.
I'm glad you said camp shoes. Those do not look like they would have great ankle support or traction for hiking in.
Well, you never know.
Some people take that barefoot minimalist hiking thing to pretty extreme levels. So.
If I had to, I probably could get out from here
Yeah.
wearing these, but I don't really want to.
Right. I need to go grab the rain pants too. It's spitting a little bit right now. I think it's just gonna keep doing this off and on a little bit here and there.
We could just hold off until we at least are done dinner and
Yeah.
are ready to like start finding a bear hole.
Yeah. Might need to go huddle underneath the trees to actually eat. We'll see.
We'll find out.
Yeah.
Dog's pretty content.
Happy puppy. Sleepy puppy.
Yeah.
Alright, cool. Alright, we'll let you know how this stroganoff turns out when it's ready.
You sound so skeptical.
I think it's gonna be awesome. Yeah, I'm starving. It's like 6 o'clock and I'm dying.
Well, we haven't had a whole lot to eat today.
It's true.
We had like 25, 23.
23? Yeah, probably about that. Not the 30 we were originally planning for. Hey, whatever. Plans change.
They do.
I'm glad that after we got back from the Siffleur Falls adventure, we decided to find another spot to go out backpacking and camp the evening away rather than just driving home.
Which we did talk about.
We were tempted, for sure. But, although it's not the most exciting hike in the world, I do love this spot down by the Cline River here. It's great.
Kind of home.
Yeah, and nice and easy, and gets us another night out in the wilderness, which is what we like. So
I do like being outside. Most of the time.
all right, moment of truth.
A lot of noodles in this.
Perfect. I love noodles. Seriously, it's like my favorite thing, other than hamburgers. Hamburgers and pasta. I could live on hamburgers and pasta.
Pretty good.
Yeah?
Mm-hmm.
All right.
I need a little bit of salt.
We have that.
We do. But pretty damn good.
All right. Nice.
You give it a try.
Another win.
Yay!
Our neighbor across the way is going for a little walk. And showing his butt again, just when I get the camera out. You doing this on purpose, dude? Seriously.
Yes, I'm pretty sure that actually could do it.
How's your dinner?
It's so good.
Yeah. Danny's beef stroganoff. Another quality recipe.
I feel like I'm getting the hang of this. I have a couple other ideas, so
Oh, nice. I'm
our
excited.
freezer, however, is full. So we'll have to wait for a little bit.
We'll have to eat some stuff first.
Mm-hmm.
That can be arranged. Yeah.
Getting full. Gotta power through this.
Gotta get it all in. Yeah, I'm not sure there's gonna be much more excitement this afternoon or this evening.
Kind of the afternoon.
It's like 6:30, something like that. Yeah, probably gonna be kind of an early one, just because I'm not going through all the effort of starting a fire. And once the sun goes down, it's time to go to sleep.
It'll be like 5 hours before the sun goes down.
That's a good point. It is.
Okay, maybe
June.
not 5 hours, but maybe 5 hours until it's completely dark.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. I'm not sure what we're gonna do. We're gonna hang out at camp, amuse ourselves. Maybe wander down the
Maybe a
river.
little bit more professional.
we can do that.
Maybe
Sure.
have a little Snickers bar.
Ooh, perfect. Perfect dessert.
And then go for a little walk. Did I say the magic word?
Yeah.
We need to find a place to store our food.
Oh, yeah, that's right. I'm pretty sure there's a bear pole down the river this way somewhere.
There is. We've been here.
If I recall correctly from when we were here in the winter. Cosley's very alert. He finally noticed our neighbor across the way. You know, proud. Cool.
Can you hunt in this area?
Don't know. A lot of these areas you can in the Bighorn.
I feel like you can. Yeah. I feel like when we were here in the winter, like in November, I was like, oh, I'm not wearing anything orange. And then I realized that my backpack is bright orange.
Oh, yeah. It's got that going for it.
Actually, I don't even know if I don't even think I brought that backpack.
On the winter hike? No, you probably
I think
didn't.
I went with Gregory. The one that's really uncomfortable. So glad I spent money on it. Didn't know it sucked until I got one that fit me properly.
Yeah.
Didn't know that you weren't supposed to have like welts on your shoulders and your hips after a hike.
Yeah, that's not ideal.
I don't get that anymore.
That's good.
My pack is also a whole hell of a lot
Yeah,
lighter.
it helps when you cut the amount of stuff you're carrying in half. That helps a lot.
Base weight, sort of my base weight. The food was in it when I weighed it. So it was 16 pounds. But there was a bunch of other stuff that wasn't in it. So I'm guessing it's about 16 pounds.
Your base weight, yeah. Yeah, my total pack weight was around 25, but that includes like my camera gear and stuff I wouldn't bring otherwise. So that's not bad.
Yeah, see as how like the first trip that we ever went on here, I think my pack was 33 or 34 probably.
Oh, at least. At least.
I had all sorts of stuff that I didn't need.
Yeah.
I probably had like 3 days worth of clothing.
Not 3 trail days, but like 3 regular human days. Like 3 full sets of clothing.
Probably like Lululemons to sleep in or something stupid like that. Don't get me wrong, if you want to trek in Lululemons to sleep in, have at her. But
I do find myself enjoying the hiking a lot more the lighter my pack gets.
me too.
But there's only so light we can get it because we carry a friggin' like 6-pound tent in. So.
And there's things that I won't give up.
Such as?
My pillow. An extra pair of socks.
Yeah, that would just be silly though. I'm sure ultralight people do that sort of stuff all the time, but
I don't cut my toothbrush in half.
we do have the light little travel guys though,
That's true.
which probably weigh more than regular toothbrushes. I don't know. I never weighed a toothbrush to find out.
They fit into each other.
Yeah, it's more of a space savings thing and keeping them clean thing.
We probably don't both need to carry toilet paper, but we do.
Yeah, well.
I was gonna say we probably don't need to both carry bear spray. But it's kind of nice. Bear spray.
Yeah, I
I
think
don't
you
need
want.
to carry this mat for the dog in the summer.
Oh. I think he'd be disappointed if you didn't.
He carries his own blanket. I used to carry his blanket. I don't need to carry camp shoes.
Certainly not. I use plastic bags.
Maybe when I upgrade to travel wears, I will.
Soon. Danny's
They're
joining.
on their way.
Danny's joining the dark side of ditching the hiking type footwear for a
I
trail
have my
runner.
gaiters.
Oh yeah, those are new. What are those?
Dirty girl gaiters.
Dirty Girls. I have a pair also.
They're pretty awesome.
Got them for Christmas. Stocking.
Santa got them for Evan, and then Santa also bought some for herself.
Yeah, they're nice to have, especially when we were like running down the scree fields last week by Little Elbow there. It kept the rocks out of the shoes, so that was nice.
And like, I often get little like thorns or even pine needles or whatever stuck into my socks, and I don't get any of that kind of stuff. I'm sure I'll get wicked tan lines if I go into like short mode or something. But
Right.
we would like a lighter weight 3-person tent.
Yeah. We are going to try to bust out the tarp tent, Double Rainbow, this summer with him and us. 2 of us plus a dog in that one. So it's going to be snug, but I think it'll be...
If you've ever seen any of our videos with that tarp tent, it's a pretty small tent.
It's going to be fine.
And he sleeps on his side.
It's going to be fine.
Oh yeah, it'll be totally fine.
I'll use him as a pillow or a footrest.
Foot warmer.
Yeah.
Mr. I always have cold feet.
True. Ah, the sun is warming me up, though.
Yeah, there's this guy over there.
Looks like we got a little break in the showers for a little while anyways.
Get to enjoy our evening a little bit longer. More sunshine.
More sunshine. More outside. Yeah.
Cosley's like, I just want to go to sleep, guys.
Yeah, well,
We'll go for a walk.
we worked in pretty hard.
Yeah.
Sun's gonna go down below the ridge pretty soon here. We just walked down the way to hang our food up. There's a bear pool down kind of at the other end of the campground. I really like this spot. I'm always amazed. It's such a huge area, but we've never seen another person camping here. Every time we've been here, we've had the place to ourselves, so maybe we're just lucky that way. But it's a great spot. It was a great day. I'm glad we came out here, and yeah. Good night, I guess. Any final words for today there, Danny?
It's good to be outside.
Yeah, man. Alright, good night, everyone. See you tomorrow for the quick little hike out and back to the real world. Sadly. Good morning.
Good morning.
You probably hear the rains clattering on the tent right now. It started raining like 3 o'clock in the morning. Really started coming down around 5. Now it's kind of just off and on, little bits. We haven't quite felt like getting up yet, so we're kind of waiting for the next little lull in the rain. Start getting our stuff together. Lovely rainy Sunday morning. We're huddled underneath this tree here getting everything packed up. Just downed some iced coffee because I didn't want to mess with heating up any water. And we were already talking about kind of just skipping breakfast and eating on the move, but
A squirrel decided for us.
yeah, managed to get at our food bag, chewed through, and started eating our granola that we were going to have for breakfast. So whatever. We've got some protein bars and trail mix and chocolate and stuff like that, so we're not going to go hungry. It's only 8 kilometers, something like that, to get out of here.
Yeah, and if it's raining, we'll probably be moving at a pace that doesn't allow us to dawdle.
Yeah. Yep. Fun stuff. Camping in the rain. Alright, well,
It's been a while since we've camped in the rain, actually.
That's true. It's true. We've been pretty fortunate. everything's pretty much packed away except for the tent. So I'm gonna knock that sucker down right now, and we'll get on the trail in just a few more minutes. Looks like we're getting a little bit of snow now. It's just cold enough that it's freezing a bit on the way down. Sure is pretty. Not the nicest conditions.
Oh, I didn't know that.
It's cool though. Very cool. Cosley's one. Snowy, soaked little pupper. Way in, we could see Abraham Lake and the peaks over here. Not today. Oh, this steep is going to be slippery. Well, that was a little surreal. For the first time ever, I actually ran into a viewer on the trail, which is surprising because I'm surprised that anyone watches this, honestly. But yeah, cool, nice guy. Chatted a little bit, gave him a little beta about getting up towards Landslide Lake and Siffleur Falls. He's planning on doing an overnighter up there later on in the year, and so are we. So who knows? Maybe we'll run into each other on the trail again. But that was pretty cool. Yeah, that was really neat. I wasn't sure if that would ever happen, but I guess.
Especially in this area, this kind of a random spot.
Yeah, it's not like we're on like one of the super popular busy trails, although it has been really busy. We've run into a few groups already, people coming out, people who are staying up towards some of the lakes up there.
To the people who do watch this channel, thank you.
Yeah. Yeah, that was pretty neat. It's been a fun little trip. Siffleur Falls was beautiful, and the camp spot last night was, you know, just a great spot. We really like it there. Not the most interesting or sort of epic place in the world, but it does feel very much like home because we've been there a few times. And this hike out, while kind of miserable with all the snow and everything, has been really pretty too. It's really starting to accumulate, like it was completely dry around here when we came in, and now it's just nice and white. So fun. Oh man, well, second week of June, and a blizzard.
I feel like there's a trend here.
Yeah, didn't this happen when we were at Spray Lakes last year?
We definitely got snowed out.
Yeah. And the same weekend.
I think it was the second weekend of June.
I'm pretty sure it was.
Yeah.
Oh, I am so happy that we stayed at Cline River instead of Farley Lake, because 8 kilometers hiking out in this blizzard was not very fun. Having to do 16 would have just broken me.
Yeah.
Oh man.
You have a very wet puppy back there.
Yeah.
All curled up on his blanket, which is going to get washed as soon as we get home.
It smells an awful lot like wet dog in here right now.
Mm-hmm. And a little bit like feet.
Yeah, that too. Oh, I'm glad we had nice dry clothes waiting in the car. Got the heat going.
Heated seats.
Starting.
Heated steering wheel.
Starting to get some feeling back in my fingers, so that's nice. All in all, successful trip.
Yeah, it was fun.
What was your favorite part of the weekend?
The falls yesterday,
Yeah.
I really liked walking back from the falls along that scenic route.
Mm-hmm.
The views and the color of the water were just spectacular.
Yeah, that was really nice. For sure. And yeah, I'm glad we came out. I'm glad we made it an easier kind of overnighter and did something that we knew, because this would not have been fun if we had to do any more hiking today. So.
Not in the slightest.
anyways, looking forward to getting home and maybe a tasty hamburgery piece of goodness along the way.
Yes, some beef patties covered in bread.
Yep.
And sauce and cheese.
Definitely cheese. Anyways, as always, thanks for watching, everybody, and for some reason, we're gonna go out and do this again.
In a couple weeks.
Yep.